Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back. Alright, so today we're going to do something a little bit different. As you guys know, my favorite band is Deftones. They are from Sacramento, California. Shout out to 209. And I just wanted to share my experience. I guess not really experience, but I want to highlight this one time I met Cheng from Deftones. He's the bass player, right? I met him actually twice. I met Deftones personally in Phoenix. I went to see I went to go see him at a venue called Celebrity Theater. And that venue is honestly the best place I've ever been to for concerts. It's a small little venue, and once you walk inside, it's kind of like a big circle, right? So, what I mean by that is in the center where the stage is, it's like right in the middle, and then there's seating surrounding it in the shape of a circle. And what made that incredible is it's a rotating stage, like it slowly rotates. So, and the seating is elevated. So you got rows of seats. The front row is like right in front of the stage, like surrounding the stage. In each row of seats is slightly higher. So each seat, no matter where you sit, you have a really good view. Nobody's going to be in your way. And I saw Deftones, I saw Incubus, and there was one other band there. I forgot their name, but it was a pretty good lineup. Shout out Incubus. They sound just like they do on the CDs, on the album. I mean, incredible, spectacular. That was probably one of my favorite concerts of all times. Any Deftones concert is incredible. I mean, when you see the band that you love, when you see the band that has been there for you in so many situations, so many life situations, it's incredible. It's a priceless experience, right? It's incredible. Nothing can top that. Nothing can match that experience. They say not to worship idols, but I mean, I never really worshipped a band, right? They never really were my higher power. But Deftones has been there through breakups. Anything I've been going through in my life, they have been there. And there is a song for every emotion, for every thought that you have. Deftones is pretty spectacular to me, man. The first time I heard them, I didn't like them. It was so weird. I might be doing a video about that. Like the first song I ever heard was Bored by Deftones. That song was like one of their first hits, I believe, from their first album, Adrenaline. But it's gonna be that's gonna be a whole separate video. It's gonna be pretty funny. But in this video right here, I want to highlight the moment I got to meet Cheng personally, right? But it wasn't like a your ordinary meetup where you go to the venue, right? A few hours before. That way you get to meet the band as soon as they hop off that bus, right? I've done that before. That's where I met Deftones the first time, at the Celebrity Theater. We went there the concert was in the evening, and me and my best friend at the time went there like around like noon, right? It was in Phoenix. We live in Tucson, so took about a good hour and a half, hour to get there. Checked in the hotel, dropped off our stuff, and then went straight to the venue to hopefully meet Deftones. And we did, man. As soon as they hopped off that bus, we were right there. I got to meet Chino, and that was like meeting a god, literally. Even though he's just another human being, it was like meeting your music god. It's incredible the way Chino's voice is, the way their music makes me feel, right? I'm in touch with my emotions, with my feelings and stuff. And like whether I'm feeling a void or lonely or sad, man, you throw on that song, throw on a Deftones song, and they just fill that void and then some. So I had a group of friends that were in a band at the time, right? They had a really good band. And when I hung out with them, it was so much fun, man. Like, I have a huge history of addiction. Started smoking weed at 18. 19, had my first drink of alcohol. And once I turned 21, man, that is where my addiction really started. Right? That was like the base. That was the overall starting point for me just wilding out. Once I hit the bars, man, I got introduced to coke, right? Cocaine on a heavy level. The rave scene back in the day, right? I turned 21 September 1st, 1980. And I went to the bar, like 4th Avenue. On 4th Avenue, right? I went to Shay's Lounge. That was the first bar I've ever been to. I turned 21 right at midnight. I was there right at midnight. As soon as we walked up to the bar, the security, I'm sorry, as soon as we walked up to the bar outside, the security guard checked my ID. He said, "You're right in time." I was like, "Hell yeah, brother." And he said, "Be safe, man. Have fun." Got you, bro. So I was hanging out with my friend and his band. And when you're hanging with people in bands, right, there's always going to be girls. So alcohol, drugs, and girls, after parties. That was my life. That was my lifestyle. I've never been in a band, but I don't want to say auditioned or tried out for the band, but I've always wrote poetry, right? And as soon as I heard Deftones, I just wanted to be a singer, right? As soon as I started listening to them more and more, like I wanted to basically be like Chino, even though that's impossible. Looking back, that's definitely impossible. So I jammed with the band one day, and that was like one of the worst decisions I ever made, man. Like, I am not a singer. Not a singer. I took one of my poems. As soon as they played a song, I tried to fit those lyrics into that song. And that was embarrassing, bro. Embarrassing. Like, I used to rap back in the day. I'm a better rapper. Like, I naturally freestyle. And, but that's a whole different situation, right? Anyway, so met, I, hanging out with my boys, hitting the bars, meeting so many girls, man. And that's pretty much where I started wilding out, right? And my addiction grew, as time went on. So This one day I hear Deftones is coming to Tucson. So we buy our tickets. I had a 1995 Dodge Neon. It was white. I had it on rims. And I had a Deftones sticker on the back window. And so Deftones is coming. They performed at the Rialto Theater on Congress, downtown Tucson. So we were stoked, man. We were just super stoked that they were coming. We couldn't wait, man. As soon as they announced some tickets, we bought the tickets. So it was like me in the driver's seat and like three dudes in the back, one in the front. So we all hop in my I went to go pick up the my boys, right? And then we head downtown, and it was super dope, man. So we went downtown trying to find some parking. We didn't go there early to try and meet the band, but that would have been dope, man. I'm sure it would have been an amazing experience. So we get there sometime in the evening, try to find some parking, and we couldn't. So we're just driving around, and then we made a left turn, and we're headed southbound on Stone Avenue. And we were jamming Deftones, man. Jamming Deftones. I think this was sometime after White Pony. So after, this is sometime like 2003 era. And so just jamming Deftones, having fun. I don't remember if we drank before, but I knew we were high, right? We were stoned on weed. So we were driving down Stone. We had our windows down, jamming Deftones, right? I had two 10 Rockford Fosgates speakers in my trunk, man. So everything was aligned perfectly. The sound was crisp, and it was just perfect experience. When you're smoking weed, the sound is like magnified. Everything is crisp. It's just a fun experience. I'm not glorifying weed, but that's just the situation at the time. So we couldn't find parking. We make a left down Stone Ave, and we're headed southbound. All of a sudden, I look to my left and I see this dude with long hair. It was Chi. So Chi, if you guys know Chi, he was a definite drinker. He loved his alcohol. So I was like, oh shit, that's Chi. I tell my boys, look, it's Chi. So Chi was walking to a liquor store. He was walking to Midtown Liquors. It's right across from the police department, downtown Tucson on Stone. So I'm guessing he, after they all got situated at the venue, he asked where can he get some beer, right? Some liquor or whatever. So I'm sure somebody gave him directions, and he was walking, a few blocks. It was a pretty good distance from there. It's probably, maybe a good 15-minute walk from the venue. But he was by himself, just chilling. He's a very spiritual guy, so I'm sure he enjoyed that quiet time. Just enjoyed being in a new city and just enjoying the moment on his way to go get some liquor or some beer. So, we're driving by. I immediately get in the turning lane, right? The in between the yellow lines. I'm like, hey, Chi, what's up, dude? You want to ride? And, he looked at us. He didn't know who we are, but I'm sure he saw the Deftones sticker on my car. I'm sure he heard us playing his music out loud. And I'm sure he knew we were fans right off the bat. Nothing crazy, nothing sketch going on. We were just stoked to see him, and I'm sure he acknowledged that. So he's like, hey, what's up, man? As soon as I said, hey, Chi, do you want to ride? He's like, no thanks, dude. Just going to buy some beer. I was like, right on, bro. You know, we all started laughing. Like, damn, that's Chi. It's like, all right, brother, be safe. Sure you don't want to ride back? He's like, yep, I'm good, bro. Thank you. You know, we all went about our ways. We circled back, turned around towards, and headed towards back to the venue, to the Rialto. Eventually found some parking. And that was the last time I saw Chi. That was the last time I got to meet him. And so we found parking. The lineup for the show was Power Man 5000, Seven Dust, and Deftones. That was an incredible lineup, incredible show, right? Deftones, man, there is nothing like it. There was no sound like it. There was no emotion like it. So, you know, fast forward some time. Unfortunately, Chi ended up passing away. He got in a car accident, I believe. You know, he was drinking at the time. Got in a car accident. Was in a coma for a while, and it's reported that he passed away from sudden cardiac arrest. I don't remember the year. I think like '09 or something like that. I could be wrong, you know. But, you know, we lost a legend. We lost a legend, right? Deftones was complete with Chi. You know, eventually they got another guy, Sergio, to fill in for Chi. Sergio was with them for a minute there, right? And then I think due to creative differences or something like that, something behind the scenes, right? They depart with Sergio. So, man, that was a freaking good time, man. I had some good times back in the day. I believe I saw Deftones like 3 times, twice in Phoenix, and that one time, you know, here in Tucson at the Rialto. That was a special moment, man. I'll never forget it. Shout out to Deftones. Shout out Cheng. And shout out to all the Deftones fans out there, right? Like, we are the most loyal fans. Deftones is a special band, man. They're considered new metal, right? Kind of like Korn. But, I mean, their skills, their style is just universal. There's no singer like Chino, and there's no bass player like Chi. There's no drummer like Abe. No guitarist like Stefan. Right? That's just one complete band. And their DJ, oh man, I think his name is Ralph. Forgot. My bad if it's not. I know all the guys' names, but just right now I forgot. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Just wanted to highlight the time I met Chi. You know, he's a special guy. Thanks for listening, guys.